Thank you so much for joining this live stream. I'm getting ready. Just give me 1 second here. Hopefully, Instagram live works. I'm just activating TikTok as well. We're just starting. Last week, audio for Instagram didn't work, so I couldn't host this live stream. So I host this live stream every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Time. And then if you join from TikTok, YouTube, and then Instagram, you'll be able to post the questions and comments, and then I will be able to answer some of them live. Well, obviously, those of you who follow me, I host this live every Thursday. But usually there's like a preview reminder. Just didn't have time to set it up earlier, so I did it today. So hopefully some of you, in fact many of you, can join and then discuss U.S. immigration. The topic for today's live stream is marriage green card case, but as long as you ask question on U.S. immigration, consular process, and citizenship, I will be able to answer some of them too. So we're just starting. Today is the last day of July, July 31st, right? And then we're talking about U.S. immigration, especially marriage green card case today. Uh, you probably heard about this, but we have a major development with the USCIS, and then I will share that with you today. So, having said that, let's get started. Okay, let's get started. So, I'm attorney Jae Francis. I'm a U.S. immigration lawyer based in Chicago and Wisconsin, but serve all 50 states. I host this live stream every Thursday, 5 p.m. If you join from TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, you'll be able to post the questions and comments, and I'll try to answer yours as much I can. Now, so let's talk about these major updates. Major updates. You follow this, but have you heard about this new development? The USCIS has a new director. His name is Joseph. Edlow. Edlow. I'm hoping to pronounce his name correctly. So he was nominated by the President Trump, long time ago, right away. Lalaine is watching this live from Massachusetts. Thank you so much. Right, thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions, let me know. But circling back to this, okay. So President Trump nominated Joseph Edlow right away after he became a president. It took quite some time. And then finally, July 15, 52-47, he was confirmed. The U.S. Senate confirmed his USCIS position director. So we have a new director. So let me drink some water. Okay. So why do I really talk about this today? Because according to his public statement, he's gonna make USCIS front line of implementing what President Trump liked to do. So what do you mean? Like, what do you mean by making USCIS front line of enforcing Trumpian immigration policy? It means that all legal immigration cases will be more difficult. That's what it is. They finally have a director, right? And then they're gonna make it more difficult. So for those of you who follow me, watch my YouTube and TikTok, you will notice is that when it comes to legal immigration, especially adjustment of the status, up until this point, we didn't see major difference. I hope that TikTok is working because it looks like it's a frozen. I don't see any people joining additionally. Okay, so maybe I need to refresh it. So sorry, just a little bit of technical difficulty. I need to address it. Sorry. So hopefully this one works. Sorry, there's a little bit of technical difficulty with the TikTok. I think that I lost some of you, but I'm back. I'm back. Okay, so sorry about that. There's TikTok account didn't work for some time, but circling back to this. So legal immigration will become more difficult. That's what a new director like to do. And then there will be additional guideline, a detailed guideline. So that's number one lesson, right? It'll be more difficult to go through adjustment of the status. So number one lesson I'd like to share with you. Number two, if you have a case like marriage green card case, you should apply now. You should apply now. And then, Hobart, you're from Baltimore, so thank you so much. I have viewers throughout the United States. Thank you so much for joining and post the comments, the questions here. I have the first question here. I will just stay on this soon. But so then number one, right, USCIS will be tougher. And number two, if you have a case, just submit as soon as possible, right? Number three, instead of being too overly concerned, you should be informed. So, watching mine is a good idea, but, feel free to watch different YouTube made by immigration attorney. It's more than ever. It's really important to have up-to-date, accurate information about what's going on with the U.S. Immigration. Having said that, I will be answering some questions. I've been talking all day, so my voice is dry. So I'm gonna drink some water as much as I can. So sorry. So user 2412 asked the question here. So it looks like he has AOS, marriage green card case, potentially. Got medical RP, right? In the past, you didn't have to include 693 medical exam report. Now you need to do it. So he got RP. And then since then, since May of last year, USCIS has not taken any action. So probably you're saying that they didn't even schedule interview for you either. So call USCIS and then see what's going on. That's taking very long, right? But when I say the cases go fast, newly filed cases go fast, but some of them file earlier, it takes longer. But you submitted medical RP last May and then you're still waiting. There's quite a bit of waiting here. Okay. Yeah. So then June, I don't know whether you heard what I said, but the question is that will marriage-based green card case be easy or easier in the future? Answer is not really, especially what the new director of USCIS, who was just confirmed this month, publicly stated they're gonna make it more difficult. Obviously, they say they're gonna prevent the fraud. They're gonna find any of these issues, make sure that these people who committed fraud and they lie have some issues, they don't get green card. I mean, yes, there's a partial truth to that, but they may go into overly restricted, challenging process. So once again, don't be too concerned at this point. I'll try to make new videos about this topic when there's real updates. But we project that marriage green card cases will be more difficult because of this. Finally, USCIS has a tough director in place. Okay, now, so Asha, looks like you have a K1 case. You're talking about NVC, National Visa Center, and then you're talking about DS-160. Okay, now, I mean, I can be wrong. So if that's the case, Asha, let me know. For K1 case, the case doesn't really go to National Visa Center. They just, take some time to issue National Visa Center case number for you. Now, Asha, if you're talking about immigrant visa cases, then it'll be DS-260. But it's kind of confusing. I think they're still talking about K1. So you need a K1. If you have a K1 case, you need a National Visa Center number in order to fill out and submit DS-160. And then sometime once your 129F is approved, it takes minimum 30 days up to 90 days to get National Visa Center case number. In the past, you're allowed to call them long time ago, but not anymore. You can submit Ask NBC, but they don't really give you the number. Even if your number is given by National Visa Center, doesn't mean that you're able to submit a DS-160 either. So you need to really wait to get an official letter saying that we generated National Visa Center case number for you. Okay, so good luck with that, your case, and then hopefully you get National Visa Center number and then submit a DS-160. Okay, so okay, I'll get back to you, but Lane, but I'm gonna answer this TikTok question first. So Ines 6702. Okay, so then it's about joint sponsor. So joint sponsor is something that I'm not able to tell you during this live stream, but I'm gonna talk about the basic requirement. So joint sponsor doesn't need to be related to any of you. So in this case, Ines mentioned your husband's grandmother possibility. Maybe she retired, but if you have a steady monthly income, then she may be a good one. But the basic requirement for a joint sponsor is to be a U.S. citizen, permanent resident, over 18, and then income qualification. So, you don't need to be related to anyone. Okay, so Lalaine, so you're from Philippines, okay, Philippines, and then you came with a K1. Congratulations, the February of this year, and then you're in Massachusetts. So you got married within 90 days. So you got married in April 2025. You apply for AOS based upon K1 this month. And then, good. So biometrics schedule. Okay, good question here. So then Lalaine's question is this. So when you enter with a K1, right, you have two opportunities to apply for Social Security. One is that it is, between arrival and before you get married. So before you get married, then you may apply for Social Security. I mean, is it like 100% guaranteed that they will give you a social? Not really, but sometimes it happens. But once you get married, Lane, right, in your case, then you will get social through your AUS package. It means that your 765 EAD must be approved for you to get a social. So if you go there, you're married now, and you have a pending K1 AOS, they will not issue a social for you. I'm sorry to tell you, but you need to wait for your EAD application approval. Okay. Ampo Fowa asked the question. So I'm not sure whether this is you or somebody else, but hypothetical question. So either Ampo or someone got married to U.S. citizen, but this person or Ampo previously entered the U.S. with F1 visa, but never attended any semester. Will this be okay? Yes, but no. It means that USCIS, right? Whatever field office you belong to, right? Will ask you to go through a waiver, 601 waiver, fraud and misrepresentation waiver. So what do you mean? So it means that filing marriage-based AOS package 13045 is not sufficient. You should do it, obviously, but after interview, your field, USCIS field officer will ask you to do waiver inside the United States. So it's like add-on process, second process, whatever you name it. And then this 601 waiver, if this happened to you, Ampo, call us, right? We're exceptionally good with waiver cases. 601 waiver, 601A waiver, 212 waiver, all kinds of waiver, okay? But in your case, USCIS will issue or require 601 either with notice of intent to deny or the request for evidence. Now, if they issue 601 waiver requirement in the context of notice of intent to deny, we call it NOID. You only have 33 days. 33 days. Tough, tough. But if they issue in the context of or format of RFE, you have 87 days. Still tough. Still tough. But if this ever happened to you, Ampo, call us. Okay. Now, so Lane, of course, my pleasure. Thank you so much for joining this live stream from Massachusetts and any other places that you're joining from TikTok and then Instagram. But let me tell you this. So when you call us, right, there's a two different types of intakes. I mean, when you call us one, actually, we'll get some information from you. But if you really want to talk to me, you need to sign up for paid consultation. And then, for YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, there is a link for you to schedule paid consultation with me directly. Okay, so if you like to talk to me, paid consultation. But if you like to know about the pricing, how we process the case, and all this, then you can call our main number, and then our intake manager or specialist will talk to you. Okay. So, okay. Lies. Hopefully, I'm just calling your name correctly. So you file 751 together with your spouse. It means the removal condition, right? So by the time the USCIS approve your 485 and you're married less than 2 years, then you'll be a conditional resident. And then 2 years later, you need to file 751 petition to remove the condition. So in this case, lies, right, or lease, filed together. And then N400 was a file on top of that year later. Now, but you're divorced. Okay, you're divorced. It looks like USCIS scheduled N400 interview for you, and then you're divorced. Okay. Now, lease or lies, you need attorney. You need attorney. Okay, because you're not living together. So you need to convert your case to a waiver, individual filing, and then we would be happy to help you. Okay. So lease or lies, Yakubi, right? Just contact us and then we'll talk to you. Yeah, so then Yasmin asked the question, is it safe for undocumented to fly inside the United States? I mean, to be safe, probably not a good idea. You may, but if I were you, I wouldn't take any risk because it can be challenging. Just you need to be careful. Okay, Barbie and Belly ask how long 601 waiver takes. So I have two answers for you. Okay, if you do 601 waiver in the context of AOS, right, adjustment of the status, depends on your case. Usually between 30 and 90 days after you submit, then they will adjudicate. In the case of adjustment of the status, but if you are required to go through 601 waiver outside after attending consular interview, then sadly it'll take between 2 and 3 years. 2 and 3 years. So this is a key point. If you have any consular process, and then if you believe that 601 waiver, it can be alien smuggling, it can be criminal records, it can be visa fraud and mispresentation. Then if you are concerned about this, you should talk to immigration attorney, and then you shouldn't go there and then see what happens because I mean, you may be eligible for 601 waiver, but it takes 2 and 3 years. It's hard. Okay. Okay. Yes, Tatiana 4045 asked a question about J1 waiver. So the J1 waiver means that you're subject to 2-year home return requirement. So there's many different types of J1. So some of them would be au pair, come to babysit American citizens, right? Or work and travel, like working at restaurant, hotel for 3 months, and then have a sightseeing. Usually you're not subject to 212E requirement, but if you do internship, some of them, then you're subject to this. It means that either you go back to your home country for 2 years to change your status to H1B or adjust your status to permanent residency. Either go home for 2 years or you do waiver. Now, J1 waiver has two components to it. with the USCIS and Department of State. And in your case, I'm not your attorney, so I'm just giving you a basic information that if the Department of State denies your waiver, then USCIS may also deny it as well. Okay. Okay. Now, well, Kezir, yes, I remember you. Been a while. I'm doing okay. I'm doing well. There are lots of updates. Keeping up, been hard, but I enjoy what I do. And then thank you so much for all of you for joining this live stream. And good to talk to you, Kezir. Okay. Yes. 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 I don't know how to say your name, but asylum cases. Okay, asylum cases. They are scheduled for interview super fast. I mean, not next day, but 30 days up to 6 months later or less. So I would say between 30 and 90 days later, they will schedule interview for you. So for those of you who have an asylum case, affirmative asylum case with the USCIS, think twice because what do you mean? Uh, if you don't have a good asylum case, right? They schedule interview for you. You don't get work permit, right? And then they will refer you to removal proceeding. So it's not easy. It's not easy. Just applying for asylum. Sorry, needs to be very careful. So if you need okay, you ask okay, USCIS to reschedule your asylum interview. Usually they reschedule really fast. I mean, they don't call you a year later. So usually it's this fast. Okay. Yes. So let me see. Okay, BHJ. Okay. Okay, so then BHJ is question is this. So there's a pending 130 petition, right? Well, I mean, you didn't say whether it's a sibling 130 petition or spouse or parent. Usually there's a difference between sibling 130 petition and rest of them because sibling, sponsor 130 takes forever, like 15 years and 25 years. Sometimes they're okay, but 130 petition by the spouse, even parents, the chances of getting F1 is not high. But once again, I don't handle F1 visa, so I can be wrong. And hope that your F1 visa is approved. Okay. But usually when I-130 is pending and when they see the chances of getting tourist visa and F1 visa is not high in general. But I don't handle tourist visa. I don't handle F1, so I can be wrong. And then, like I said, for PHJ, hope that they approve your case. Okay, Kiki, USCIS asked for initial evidence. Now, I mean, it's a request for evidence. It can be relationship. It can be A64 affidavit of support issue, financial, or it can be like a document. Document is insufficient. Like birth certificate is wrong. All this. It's kind of hard to tell. But usually, the usual suspect for request for evidence is called initial request for evidence is about a limited lack of relationship document, A64 financial or deficient documentation like birth certificate. Okay, so that's possibility. Did you know, since we're talking about documentation, birth certificate, did you know that the proper birth certificate is called long form? It means that it must show your father's and mother's information. Some of them, if you're from Canada, you have a short form birth certificate. It looks like social security card, very like paper, short one. It doesn't show parents' name, and then it doesn't work there. So you need a long form. Okay. So long form means that it has father's and mother's information. This is absolutely important. Okay, so there, user heart. There's no name. Okay. So you have a affirmative asylum case with the USCIS, and you had an interview in New York, May of this year. I mean, yeah, 2 months later. Sometimes it takes some time. Hopefully they'll approve your case. But so then I can be wrong. But I will tell you this: if you have a good case, if they like your case, they tend to take the action fast, like less than 60 days. Less than 60 days. Okay. But if they need to do additional background check, then it may take longer. Okay. Okay. Ashbadash. Sorry, I just butchering your name. So in his question is, do you recommend mailing evidence or wait for interview day? So I will tell you this: unless you got RFE, right, the request evidence, then it's better for you to bring those documents to your interview. But in some cases, USCIS, when they schedule interview, will ask you to upload additional documents to your My USCIS account. So unless they send you request for evidence, unless they ask you to upload additional document to your My USCIS account, bring additional documents to your interview, right? I mean, that's my recommendation. Yes, Lane, you're still watching. I like it. Thank you so much. So then her question is that, is there interview for K1 base AOS? Answer is absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. So nowadays, AOS cases, they schedule interview except some parent-child cases. So then U.S. citizen child over 21 file petition for parents. Sometimes they don't schedule interview. We have a case scheduled for interview. We have cases not scheduled for interview, but K1, 100% sure, yes. Okay, so I'm just a little bit behind. Oh yeah, PHA, your I-130 petitioner is your wife. You know what? It can be challenging. So think about this, right? So circling back to BHJ's question here. So his wife, it can be U.S. citizen or permanent resident, file I-130 petition, and you're applying for a student visa. So if you go to interview at your home country, they may wonder, like, what's your real intention? Like, you don't want to wait in your home country for 18 and 24 months. That's why you're applying for a student visa. That's line of thought. So they may think that you're trying to cut down your wait time by applying for a student visa. So, I mean, once again, I'm not judging or telling that this is your case or situation, but that's why when I-130 filed by spouse is pending, chances of getting tourist visa and then or in F1 is not high, unless you're applying for dual intent visa like H1B, okay, H1B, L visa, L as in Louis in visa. Okay, now then ask the question: can your mother file case for you? Looks like you're 49 years old. I mean, technically, if your mother is U.S. citizen, and then yes, and then if your mother is a permanent resident, but if you're single, yes. But if you are overseas, then you'll be okay, right? But it's gonna take some time, quite some time. But if you're in the U.S. and you're out of status, then parents petition for child does not forgive any unlawful presence or unlawful employment. Okay. So I wish it's better than this. I'm gonna circle back to this. Okay. So number one, right? I couldn't post a preview earlier, but you know that I'll do this or host a live stream every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Time. So even though there's no preview, unless I say previously that I won't be able to do it, I will talk to you. I will answer and listen. So number one. Number two, I mentioned earlier, for those of you who just joined now, is that the USCIS has a finally confirmed director. His name is Joseph Edlow. You're going to hear him quite some time often. And then he declared publicly right off the bat that he's going to enforce what the President Trump wants. And then he's going to make USCIS a front line of implementing what the President Trump wants to do. So I told you three sort of basic approaches. I'm going to repeat one more time. Number one, do not panic. Do not panic. Number two, sort of, but still, you need to know that it'll be more difficult. So the future application, AOS, will be difficult. Okay, even consular process cases, you need to go through I-130, 129F. Buckle up, buckle up. So I'm gonna give you one example, right? For those of you who submit K1 or I-130, maybe you print your pictures, right, at home because it's cheaper. Let me drink some water, okay? Now, nothing has been confirmed, but this happened under Trump's first term. USCIS may ask you to print hard copies with a time, stamp on it. Time stamp on it. In addition to description on the back. So we shall see. So that would be an example of more difficult cases. But we'll see. You will see. So number one, it'll be more difficult, but don't panic. Number two, if you have a case or thinking about applying, apply now. And number three, watch my video and other attorneys update on this because, like I said, newly minted USCIS director publicly announced that it'll be a lot more difficult to get approval. Okay. I mean, we survived. We did well under Trump's first term, so I don't worry too much. But it'll be a lot more difficult. There will be a lot more steps to follow. So, having said that, thank you so much for joining live stream. I'm attorney Jae Francis, and then I host this live stream every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Time. Our topic is marriage green card case, but I'll talk to any questions as long as it's related to U.S. immigration. Thank you so much for joining from TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and then you may watch this one from LinkedIn and Facebook. Thank you so much. Until next Thursday, peace be with you.